Good afternoon. I'm in a very vibrant mood today because I'm feeling like a bully. Whoops. How dare you? You know, bullies are not accepted people in the society. They can never be accepted, especially in schools, you know. Say I'm a bully. I remember once arguing with my wife. I said, stop shouting like a bully. I said, what? You called me a bully? I'm going to show to you what a bully really is. And of course, I never got the nerve to do that. You know why? Because being a bully is actually a way of trying to show how totally, inconsiderate you can be, how unacceptable your actions can be, and how, you can actually get out of line, inflict injuries or wounds on innocent people, and just make people be afraid of you for the fun of it. Bully. I saw, I'm doing a monologue. My guest is right here looking at me and wondering what's going on with Sony. But let me tell this story. I saw a video, this Facebook thing, this social media, they're beginning to get one intoxicated these days. I mean, addicted, I saw this video that was sadly not something that anybody would be too comfortable or happy to view. What was the video? A 9-year-old boy, and anytime the teacher in a daycare school looked away, the 9-year-old boy would now pounce on the I think 18 months or 2-year-old girl and hit the head against the table and then pretend. And when the baby screams, he would say, don't cry, sorry. It was sickening, to say the least. And I said to myself, how can that even be seen? But then it was a camera. There was this camera, a hidden camera, a CCTV camera that showed everything. And I think we should install some of those things in our schools, because that's even at that age, 9-year-old boy having that kind of capacity to inflict wound on an innocent child, then you know that there is pain in the minds of a lot of people. They just enjoy the pain that they inflict on others. What about the next age? Bigger age, 18, and then there's a fellow 18-year-old who's probably not as big as he is. Boom, boom, punch, punch. And then the boy becomes afraid. But anyway, enough of the monologue, because I have a beautiful lady here today, and her name is Mrs. Franca Nkwoji. Yes. Oh, I got that. Yes. All right. So, Franca, what do you do? We've been talking about bullying.
Okay, Franca is a consultant, education consultant, and by training I'm a counselor. I work with children with low self-esteem. We try as much as possible to bring them up, to increase their self-confidence, because we know that's the only way they can amount to something very great in the future. A child that has low self-esteem obviously cannot do well in is or academics or other things. Wow. So one, I'm first of all a counselor. Okay. Then I have a consulting firm. We work with schools. We work with individual students. We organize seminars. This particular one is one of the seminars we're planning to have soon. It's a campaign, actually.
Campaign against what?
Bullying. It's called KABAF. Campaign against bullying in Africa.
It sounded like the name itself sounds bullish. KABAF.
Yes, KABAF.
Okay. Now, what do you think bullying is common in African schools?
Yes.
As against Western schools?
Yes. Because now we have access to internet, we have access to watch any kind of movie we want to watch. Our children are watching other people, so they at the same time they want to repeat what they do outside the country. You can't imagine. Okay, I had an incident once. A child told the mom she wanted to commit suicide.
A child told the mom?
Yes, that if she does
Nigerian child?
In a Lagos child.
Lagos child.
Yes. Wow. That if the mom does not remove her from the school she was at, that she was going to commit suicide.
What? And what was the reason for that?
Bullying. The mother never reported it to anybody.
Why?
She didn't report it to the school. One, the child did not tell the mom that she was being bullied. She told the mom that, anytime she's going to school, she'll ask the mom that, Mommy, if you're buying my provision, please buy for my roommates.
What?
So the same provision the mom will be buying for her, she will buy the same for her roommates. She had 2 roommates, you know.
So that was some kind of forced kindness. It's not as if she really wanted to be
Yes,
kind,
and
out of fear.
if she does not take the provisions to school, they will eat up her own. So she won't have any for that time.
So another room for survival for her.
Yes.
So how did the mom manage it?
She was confused until she met me.
Okay.
So she didn't know what to do. So she met me and she was very happy. She said she was going to go to this. She didn't know what to do actually. So I had to call her that the first thing you have to do is go to your child's school.
Yeah.
Make a subtle report. Let them know. But don't force it. Because one, your child didn't tell you she was bullied because she didn't want you to come and make trouble in school.
This is a vicious cycle, isn't it?
Yes. She didn't want you to come
Report.
to report it because she was scared of being called a snitch or being called a mommy's girl.
We're even using American expressions, snitch. Kush.
That's their language, actually. When you work with these children like I do, you hear all sorts. And for you to actually be in their shoes, you have to use their language.
There was a time now you said it, I remember, it's a few years ago, more than 10 years, there was a group of boys, I would call them bullies as well. They called them obtainers, you know, and they will get some people, some young people, and they say, look, go into your house, get some money, because if you don't bring money, we're going to deal with you. And they will even threaten to kill or maim. My son was almost a victim of that, you know, and I tried to, you know, ask him. Every time he would ask for something and then he would look uncomfortable. He was always afraid to go out. What's going on? Tell me, what is wrong? He refused to say anything. But after some time, I think he got bold and said, this is what is happening. And we started hearing, you know, stories from other places. So we just try to undercover, as they say, to get them. Eventually, I think they caught some of them, you know. But it wasn't funny. My son was truly scared. Now, how do we deal with bullies?
Well, bullies are human beings.
Are you sure that? Sorry. Forgive me for that.
They are.
Yes.
It's just lack of confidence. They lack confidence. They have low self-esteem. And the only way to prove to the other people that they are on top of the business is by trying to bring them down, by trying to make them feel less of themselves. You know, for you to deal with them, I say, even in our campaign, we're not just trying to name and shame the bullies. We're also trying to help the bully come out of that bullying situation. Because for you, have you ever seen somebody that has very high confidence and the person is bullying the other person or making the other person feel bad?
That's true. That's the point.
Have you seen somebody that is very intelligent in school and trying to make another person that is not feeling getting as high as he's getting feel less of himself? No. The people that are bullies, they are the ones with low self-esteem. And the only way to attract attention to themselves is by making other people feel less of themselves. And if you can actually brace up to that situation to say, no, I don't want to do this anymore, then the bullies will be scared of you. I watched a movie, a clip on Facebook too, of one that they were, it was viral actually. There was this boy, a very tiny boy, you know, was bullying a fat boy.
I think I saw that. I think I saw that.
He was bullying a fat boy.
Yes.
You know, he kept punching the boy, and all of a sudden the boy just got angry and wanted to end it that day. Raised this boy up. I was scared of what was
going to happen. Yes.
You know. So he hit the boy on the floor, and that was the end. The little boy walked away, and nothing happened.
Yeah, but did you see how the little boy was limping?
Yes.
I thought his legs were maimed.
Yes, but the boy was now a hero in America for that period. You know, people kept celebrating him. They were celebrating
because he was the big boy.
Yes,
that didn't want to fight.
Yes.
And yet the small boy was bullying the big boy.
Yes.
It used to be the other way around.
No, bullies bully for all sorts of reasons.
So it doesn't have to be about size.
No, They can bully you because you're very beautiful. They can bully you because you're very intelligent. They can bully you because you're very tall. They can bully you because you're short. They can bully you because of the disabilities that you have. They don't have any reason to bully you. They just want to bully, just to make you, and they pick the people that they feel they can bully. There are some people that make themselves target for bullying.
Wow. Okay. All right. What about teachers, the school authorities? What is their role? Are they not supposed to know what to do? And are they not supposed to watch the moods and emotions of their children?
Yes. Well, it's unfortunate that I will have to say this. Most adults, even us here, adults, apart from the school staff now, we think that bullying is a norm. That if you bully me, I'll bully you back. If he's pushing you, pushing back. You know, that if you go home and tell your parents that this boy has been hitting me, he has been calling me names, the mom will say, does he have two heads? In the past, they used to say this. Does he have two heads?
I mean, fight back.
Fight back. You know, but that's not the best way to solve bullying, to help the situation.
But fear is a bad weapon.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
So what should the teachers be doing?
The teachers, first of all, they must know the meaning of bullying. They should know the different types of bullying.
Now you got me there. I'm going to take a short break. I want to know the meaning of bullying, but I'm going to take your record. Your first choice was my favorite group for a long time, the Midnight Crew, Igwe. Beautiful song. I'm going to leave it in the background so that we can talk seriously. I'm hoping that those bullies there listening to this program, this music in the background will touch your heart, because this is basically praising God and expressing the fear of God. The only person you should be afraid of is God. I don't think I should be afraid of any bully. These bully people. What is bullying?
Well, bullying is the repetitive, intentional hurting of a person.
Can you slow down the English, please? Say that again.
Okay, it's a repetitive, intentional hurting of a person or group by another person or group, which involves an imbalance of power.
Boko Haram is bullying Nigeria, isn't
Definitely.
it? God forbid. Yes, okay. And it's intentional. We all know that.
Yes.
So what if I fight back?
Well, if you fight back without anybody telling you to fight back, just want to take your authority, nobody will blame you for it. Nobody will blame you for it. You were just trying to fight back. But the best thing is not to really fight back. Report it. Okay, there was an incident that I handled 2 weeks ago. I was called by an owner of a school that some boys were bullying a particular boy. And he needed to take a drastic action. And knowing that if he takes a drastic action, it might affect the school, it might affect him. Parents might pull their children, because what he told me he was going to do, I told him, I said, you can't do that. Because if you do that, people will pull their children from your school, then it will be a scandal. So you are the owner of the school, you have the children under your care. All you need to do is handle it very well in a manner that the bullies will not know that this boy came to report. This boy came from the UK, and this group of boys started bullying him.
Because, of course, he could speak
Maybe
English.
his accent. Maybe his accent.
Yeah, we've had that problem before.
So they were bullying him, and this boy was so scared of going to the class. He was not participating in anything.
Can you imagine the emotional and psychological damage?
Yes. So that they even went ahead to threaten him that if you should tell anybody, we'll kill you. They told him 2 weeks ago, it's a school here, that if you report it, we will kill you. And the boy was so scared of telling anybody. But because of the way he came in, it was very vibrant, and people knew that the boy was intelligent.
Something was wrong.
They knew something was wrong. So the teachers went and they confided in one person. The person immediately called the owner of the school to tell the owner that this is what is happening. So when he consulted us, I told him what to do. So he went back and he did what he was asked to do, and he called back and said it worked. The students, they're not aware.
You see, look at it. Primary, secondary is very rife. It's common there.
Yeah.
Now, tertiary, cultism.
Yeah.
That's bullying, isn't it?
Yes.
That's a horrible form of bullying.
Yes.
Now, if we have teachers who are now forced to join them, because I'm sure they are applying the same emotional, trauma. What do you think the teacher should do if his life is endangered or exposed to any form of danger?
Well,
if he's threatened by the same bullies.
Well, what I think the teacher should do is resign and leave the school.
And then the matter remains like that?
What would the teacher do? The teacher will report it to the authority, definitely. But the called boys will hunt him. They will kill him. They will hunt his family. They will do all sorts of things for his life, for the sake of his family. You can't eat your cake and have it. If he goes to report to the authority, they will deal with him.
The way you are saying these things, sounding as if the authorities are themselves going to be helpless. So what should we do?
We have to really campaign about. We need to eradicate this out of our system. It's been on for a very long time, and we're now looking so incapacitated that we cannot do anything about it. Okay, take for instance the Boko Haram incident happening. We can't do anything. It's not as if we cannot do if we want to do. Let's nib it at the bud. Okay, let's try as much as possible to handle it right from the beginning, the origin, where it started from.
Now, are you suggesting dialogue? What is it? What should we be doing? Nipping it in the bud is not easy.
For bullying, actually, like I said, when you asked the question about the school, what do I think the school should be doing?
Yeah.
I said the first thing, they themselves should understand what bullying is.
True.
Okay? If you can only give what you have, you can't give what you don't have. If you know the meaning of bullying, then you know how to help the other person that is being bullied. Or take, for instance, you've been bullied in the past. You know how you felt. Or, okay, I'm going to bring this in now. I was listening to Titi's program, was it on Friday? The book
review, yes.
Review. I think it was Nightmare, how a girl was bullied by another boy, in secondary school. And this boy was a great singer. But she did not continue. She was scared. She lacked her self-esteem to the extent that she couldn't face the crowd to do what she wanted to do.
And yet, she was a gifted person.
You understand? A lot of these things. The reason we are coming out hard on this, and should I call it social menace?
Yes, of course. Of course. That's what it is.
You know, the reason we're coming hard on it. A lot of children, they are not getting what they're supposed to get. A child, for instance, that goes into a school from another school, very intelligent, and went to another school, all of a sudden is not doing well. And the parents are saying, oh, is it that this school has a better educational system or grading system? You know, that maybe that's why the child is not doing well. But if you really look into it, it's not as if that boy is not doing, is the school that is so high for the boy. It's probably because something is happening somewhere.
Somebody somewhere is pressurizing
him. So he's not learning well in school.
I'm getting reactions, so many. Oh, my goodness. Somebody's saying here, I have a daughter who just got employed in a bank where she's put in the marketing department, where the boss bullies her every day to bring in customers. What can my daughter do? Wow. Do you have any... What do you want to say, please?
The daughter just started the job.
Yes.
And the daughter is in the bank.
Yes,
and
in the marketing department, and being bullied by her boss to bring in money.
That's a tough one now. You know why? You know why? Because the girl obviously needs the job. She does not want to she might not want to...
So that's another trap,
yes,
vicious cycle.
Yes, she needs the job. We have lots of harassment in workplaces, bullying in workplaces. That is not what we're dealing with today. Another time we're going to talk about workplace bullying.
So what should she do now?
What she should do now is she should speak to the boss.
The boss of the bully boss or the bully himself?
She should first of all talk to the bully.
Okay.
She should first of all talk to the bully.
Because at this level, we're adults talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
She should first of all talk to the
sense.
bully that she's going to work. She's going to do everything. She will
within her capacity.
But if she's not getting it, if the boss, the other boss, if she has another boss on top of him, she should report it. She should report it. I heard another girl sometime on radio that a boss was harassing her, and she got into a board meeting where she was invited, and she said it. But we all know what will happen to the girl.
She'll lose her job.
She will lose her job. You know, because of the situation, because people are scared of losing their jobs, they might not want to say it. But I'd rather keep my dignity. I'd rather keep myself and keep my head high there than to give in to unnecessary pressure. Okay, what I think the girl should do, it's a two-way thing. Do you want the job? Do you want to keep the job at the expense of your own dignity, or you want to name it, you want to report it so that the boss will be spoken to?
Okay, there's another question here. Soni, please, what can you say about the student that was killed in Ghana? What? Did you hear that story? Rufai?
Yes, sir.
Come on the air.
A Nigerian student was killed in the University of Cape Coast by a group of Ghanaian students in Ghana.
What was the reason?
For no just reason. In fact, I have a friend that was a friend to that Nigerian student. She said the following day they just called them up that the guy has been killed, and they saw his body was massacred.
Well, that's very serious. That means it's getting bigger than we thought.
Yes.
Our problems, not our problems, this problem is getting... This is a family radio station. We're in charge of our children. We want them to have a place to exhale, to express their fears and to find solutions. And that's why we bring people like Franca to talk to them. So what do you have to say about that? Because that seems like something that has built up.
That might not be bullying. It might just be cultism.
Cultism.
It's possible that they were trying to initiate him and
he refused.
He refused, or maybe a rivalry.
Wow.
I do not think that was bullying. Yes, they went as far as killing him just maybe to get at his group or something. I don't know. Maybe that's cultism. Bullying is inflicting injuries. You know, they might not just go and kill you for what?
But they just sort of want to take control, so they put fear.
Yes, they put fear in you.
Okay.
If I may comment.
Yes, please.
The bullied, the victims, they're the ones that take their lives in most cases. because they feel unaccepted in the society. They feel that they're not wanted around, that they're not loved. They're the ones that take their lives. Unfortunately, in this part of the world, we do not have records. If you go on the internet to research people that have committed suicide because due to bullying, you might not find any.
Please, if you're being bullied out there and you think for any reason that your life is in danger and you have no other choice, please don't even think about suicide. Don't. Just go out there, talk to your father, your mother, or some senior that you know you can trust. Talk to somebody that will help you get you out of this menace. That is what I believe will be the case. Is that understood? Please feel free. We have many callers coming in already. Hello.
My name is Amori.
Amori.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Growing up,
Yes.
I wasn't directly a victim of bullying, but I saw it happen repeatedly. And one thing that never left my mind was the emotional damage it did to those who were on the receiving end. Today we have a lot of issues of domestic violence, and all that. In most cases that I found out, I've realized that these larger family issues that have affected these men and women happened when they were in primary, when they were in secondary school, because they were at the receiving end of.
So it was a foundational thing.
And the emotional effect of someone telling you, I am better than you, you are subject to me, you do what I want to do, what I want you to do, and all that has affected a lot of people. And because of that innate fear in the person at the receiving end, you find that you can't even speak out. The cases the guest is talking about, very commendable, but there are so many. I believe that 90% of bullying cases are not even reported. Because the victims can't talk because they are afraid of the person bullying. Because the person has put in that feeling on the child. And in Lagos, it's rampant because, parents, we're all working, we don't have time, we don't even notice when our children start reclining in, when they stop confiding in us, because we leave for work at 5 a.m., come back at 10 p.m.
Wow.
What is the solution? To me, I believe that it lies in the foundation, which is the home, the parents, the relationship between the parents and the child.
Okay.
I come from a single home. I was raised by a woman. My father died when I was 8. But my mother always instilled in me the fact that you're being raised by a woman doesn't make you any less. That you're being raised by a woman does not mean you're subject to anybody. And anybody who tells you that, tell the person to his face to go to hell. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget where you come from. Don't forget your home. Stand for what you believe in, so long as it is right, and don't be the first person to hit.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
These things have ruled my life, have led me all these years, and have put me on a state where I believe in myself. How many parents are doing this? I spoke to a couple of friends.
No, I need to stop you there because I need to.
Bullied who were copying notes
Hello.
seniors, even their classmates.
Yes.
One thing that was general in all of them is that they did not have a relationship with their parents.
Okay, that's a very strong point. Okay.
They didn't have a relationship with their parents, and this largely affected them.
Can we now have our guest respond to your very beautiful points? Thank you so much indeed. Thank you. Right.
Yes. Parents have to actually be aware of what is going on in their children's life. They go to school, they come back. Yes, you might be very busy. You're not always around, but when you come back from work, try as much as possible, have a talk with your child. It goes a long way. Speak with your child. Okay, my children were bullied at a point. Even I have been bullied when I was younger. Okay, but I noticed it. My daughter came home one day and she was bullied in a school bus by some group of girls, and she was talking. She said, I asked her, what's the problem? She said, nothing. I said, no, something. You have to talk to me. I got her to talk about this in my room. we played. She opened up and she told me what was happening. And, she was now so scared of these girls that she didn't want to be going to school. So I told her, you will go back to school. You will go to school. I said, you don't have to be scared of anybody. She said, okay, what do I do? Should I apologize to them and move on? I said, no.
Because that will even bring more problems.
Yes. I said, no, you won't apologize to nobody. I said, you will go back to school, and if they want to raise the issue that happened, tell them you're not interested, that you want it dropped, that you do not want to talk about it, that it happened yesterday.
That's a psychological one.
That you do not want to. She said, I said that. So she went, I told my son, I said, monitor her and find out what happened. So she came back the next day and said, she came back that day and said, I told them, when they started it, I told them, I don't want to talk about it, let's just drop it. And from that day onwards, they started respecting her.
Because she stood her ground?
Yes.
Okay, let me take this call. Hello. Yes. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam. How are you? I beg, just the wire I'm the go.
Yes, so see, these bullying things, now from house, when I go, my mama tell me, you have the spirit of God, love and sound mind. And I try and grow up. Nowhere where anything they happen, I dey talk my own mind. Even for offices, they bully. But they know me. You get when my boss go talk to me. Now I tell them I go one corner and I say, guy, not talk to me like that. Now professional level with it, not be say shoot bed. I go school abroad. So let us go there. Then as for children, future, right from what that man has said, it is actually the relationship between you, your father, and whoever.
Yes.
At least if they do have a relationship with their parents, they can actually state whatever it is that is happening. I went to a boarding school, and even my primary school in Benin. Trust you me, there's someone who told me years back, like, you used to fight for people. If I see that you're being bullied, I would fight your battle. So the major thing is they should have confidence to speak. This is my own opinion.
So
from my
self-confidence. Okay.
Self-confidence.
Thank you
yes.
so much. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Yes. Hi. How are you?
Uncle Soni, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear. How are you?
Fine, thank you. My name is Phil. This is a very nice topic.
Thank you.
We're talking about.
Yes.
I grew up as a child. I'm very tall, especially tall for a woman. Now, I was doing in school, they keep calling me Dongo then. Dongo means, I think in the outside they said it's someone that's excessively tall.
Yes.
And they would tell me that my head was too big. My head is bigger than my body.
Oh, my God.
From there, I started having serious self-esteem. I had that problem until I was 30 years old when I started working in a bank.
What?
Now, when I'm going to work, people started complimenting me on the road. Oh, I like your height. Oh, I like your shape. And I said, me? And I went to the mirror and started looking at myself.
Oh, my God.
This is a very serious issue I'm telling you about. It took me time to come out from that place. It took me time. It took me years to know I was a beautiful woman. If there's any beautiful woman in the world I will compete with, it's just Naomi Campbell. That's the one person that is more beautiful than I am.
And that's the power of positive thinking and talking.
And I think the problem there was my parents were not telling me. If my parents were telling me that I was beautiful, if my parents were looking at me in the eyes, parents should come in. If you tell your child is beautiful, or you smell nice, or you look good, nobody outside, even if the child is ugly, nobody outside will tell the child and the child will listen. It's a serious issue that people need to be tackled because it destroys your self-esteem, it destroys who you are. You start seeing people bigger that are more better than you, and they're not better than you. You're not better than them. I'm not in a good place, a wonderful place. But please, parents should tell their children every day, every moment, you look nice, I love you. Those words go the long way. They should stop saying it's not an African thing. Please, it is what you tell your children every day. I'm begging. I'm begging parents all over Lagos State, all over Nigeria. They're hearing my voice. Tell your children every morning. You owe them down. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Hello. Wow.
Good afternoon, Uncle Soni.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
All prayer on the line.
Nice to hear you, sir.
I want to encourage every parent to build confidence in their children.
Okay. Can you reduce the volume of your radio?
To build confidence in their children.
Okay.
And when they do that, the children will be happy to tell them anything that happened in the school. it happened to my own child, and the boy knew the kind of person I am. It happened with a teacher. It happened with a student, co-student. Professor of the school told the teacher to come and meet me in the house and beg. The teacher came and begged me in the house because they knew I will not take it kindly. If a child goes wrong in the school, let him be corrected properly, not to be bullied.
Okay.
Even when the case arises that the boy was bullied by a co-mate, the mate ran away from school because he knew the gravity of the offense he had committed, because we took it up with the school authority.
And because there was resistance now.
My own child has left school, graduated. Because of the tutelage you gave him, he's a better student. He's my last born. He has entered the university now. The boy that bullied him then is nowhere to be found. He's walking around. He has not found a hedgeway for his own life.
What a shame.
Because the incident, when it was reported, they said that's how he's been doing to others.
Okay.
But that incident put a full stop, a big stop to his action in the school before they all left the school.
Thank you
So
so much.
parents should be assertive.
Okay. Thank you,
Take
sir.
confidence in your children. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I needed to give you a chance to speak now. Can you feel the emotion?
Yes.
My goodness.
Honestly, it's been on for a long time, and people talk about it all the time. Really, the most important people in the children's lives are the parents. The parents, then the school is not left out.
Yeah.
The faith, our faith organizations, they're not left out. The churches, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, some
Oh,
parents.
for the benefit of everybody.
Yes,
The churches, the
yes,
mosques, and
everybody. Yes.
Okay.
Is the responsibility of everybody. Children will not be very confident of themselves if you keep putting them down. There are some parents, for instance, that put down their children.
What about, now this is a bit unusual. No, it's not unusual. What about parents who hardly speak to each other? And the children are just there. What happens in that case? How will that child grow?
The children will grow learning from the society.
Wow.
Because the parents are actually supposed to be one. The husband and wife, they're supposed to be one to bring up the children in a godly way. But whereby the father is facing this way and the mother is facing this way, the children are learning from the internet, they're learning, and the parents might not even know what they're learning. So definitely those children, except by the grace of God, that those children will come out very well.
Okay. We're going to take another short break, but no, somebody's protesting. I've got to take some calls. I'll take these two calls and then some break. I missed that one. Hello. Hi.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All the ladies are live today. Welcome to Soni Irabor Live on Inspiration.
Thank you very much, Soni. We cannot overemphasize the role of the family. Okay. Growing up, let me not even talk about myself. Let's talk about now. I've got 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Let me start with the last one. She's chubby. She's very big.
Okay.
And people start calling, horrible. I said, please don't call my daughter horrible. Okay, because at a point, she started feeling, conscious of her weight, and she wasn't happy that, as a young child, she was 5 years old then, so her self-confidence. So in public, I said, please, don't call her horrible. Let her be. So at home, she said, this person called me in school horrible. I said, no. I go there, even the teachers. I said, please don't call her horrible. Let her be. So I gave her that confidence. And she's growing up in that size, in confidence, and anybody that calls her, I said, she will tell the person, don't call me horrible. My mom said, don't call me horrible. I'm not horrible. My name is
because
Nicola.
she has somebody right behind her, solidly
exactly.
behind her. Yes.
And then for the boys, and at home, we don't use curse words. Not even as little
Thank
as
you.
shut up or stupid. No.
Thank you.
If the older ones are saying shut up, I say no. If you want, no, I just want her to keep quiet. I say so. Say keep quiet. Shut up is rude. Okay, so we try little. Those things are just, they sound little. No, shut up. I said no. If you want her to keep quiet, tell her, please keep quiet. Don't say shut up. Shut up is rude. You achieve the same thing, but one is rude, one is polite.
Thank you.
So those are little things we teach them at home.
And they
so
count.
in school, then the classmates, Sylvia told me to shut up. I'll say, okay, don't talk back. That's another thing. Do not talk back. Go and report to your teacher.
Because that could start a fight. That's
exactly. And then even they will not, because those children, you try your best at home, to bring your own child up in a straight manner. And then there are some children, even the parents talk to them like that. Oh, shut up. To me, and to you, I'm sure, shut up is harmless, in that situation. You just want the child to keep quiet. But I see shut up in that context as rude.
It's rude, it's aggressive, it's unfriendly, So,
exactly. So you see parents shouting down at children, shut up.
I think the word I'm trying to get is it is confrontational.
Exactly.
Yes.
So children just use words. So again, it starts from the home. The way the children address their children very aggressively. They come out in class. They use the same words. They don't even know the difference. And then my kids go, oh, mommy, she told me stupid. She told me shut up. I said, okay, do not talk back. That's another rule. Don't talk back. Don't cough back. Go and report to your teacher.
God bless
you. And then build that confidence. Do not be afraid of anybody. Don't keep secrets. If anybody tells you to keep secrets, it is wrong. So secrets, why should it be a secret?
Thank you.
So that means that thing is wrong.
Thank you.
So you know what is right and wrong.
Yeah.
So if anybody tells I will kill you, I don't let anybody do anything to you and threaten you. Nobody has the right to threaten you.
Okay.
If anybody threatens you, just tell me or tell your teacher, look for the next person or run away. Just run out of that situation. I'm telling you. They know the right thing from home. This is at little children.
Yeah.
So they have that in their mind that, one, nobody can threaten you. Anybody cannot walk up to you, do anything to you and tell you to keep quiet or keep it a secret or that I'll kill you, I'll do anything. Nobody has the right to threaten you.
Thank you so much, Madam.
So
thank you.
Thank you very much,
right.
Sammy.
God bless you.
I would like to let people know the different types of bullying.
Okay.
That will help also.
Good. Yeah.
Because there's one now that is common. They're using it, the cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying?
Yes. There are different types of bullying. We have the physical, we have the verbal, we have the emotional, we have sexual bullying, and we have the cyberbullying.
Can you explain the cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying is using technologies to hunt the next person, like using any of the social media to talk about somebody in a manner that is derogatory, that is bringing them down, and it's common right now. And you cannot really trace the people doing it because they can use one address now and change it and go over to the other one. So you might not really be able to. But the good thing about cyberbullying is the person that is the victim can shut that person out.
Okay.
No. That's the beauty of cyberbullying.
Okay, we're taking a short break now, and we'll be right back. But the message is, I give myself away, William McDowell. In 25 seconds is starting. But listen, if somebody is bullying you in any form, in any way, please resist it positively by saying, you can be friendly, actually. Say, oh boy, I don't know why you're against me, but I just like you anyway. But if you don't want to be my friend, then all well and good. That's how I look at it. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, and we go.
Give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can. Come on, let him know. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. What would happen if a generation embraced this? Come on, tell them, here I am. Here I am. Here I stand. Lord, my life is in your hands. Lord, I long to see your desires revealed in me. I give myself away. My life does not belong to me. Give myself away. I want to be used by you. So you can use me. I give myself away. Give myself away. So God, take my heart. Take my heart. Take my life as a living sacrifice. All my dreams, all my plans, Lord, I place them in your hands. Give myself away. Give myself away. Oh God, I give myself away. So you can use me. Oh God, I give myself away. Give myself away. So you can use me. I give myself away. I belong to you. I give myself away. So you can use me. Lord, I give myself away.
Give myself away. And this is William McDowell. You see, the beauty of life is your ability to actually let go that positive force that eases the tension within you. Sometimes I just pray to the Holy Spirit and say, Holy Spirit, replace the tension within me with a holy relaxation. Replace the fear within me with a constant faith. You know, there's no need for me to be afraid of my fellow human being. Why should I? Why should I? Now, what are the different stages of damage that this thing can do? Yeah,
To the children,
to the children.
we have both long and short term.
Terms. Okay.
The long and the short term is anxiety, causes anxiety, depression. They want to stay out of school. They have injuries and they're not reporting it. You know, they feel so sick. They think of suicide sometimes. But here is not common, and we do not want it to be. We do not want to copy the things happening outside the country here.
Are you sure that it's not common? Because we're not seeing it.
We're not
because
seeing
they're
it. No
hiding
records,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
We have no records, you know. Then we have low self-esteem. We have loneliness. We have excessive stress. That's the short term of it. Then the long term, we have them having so insensitive.
They just get in. They withdraw into themselves.
Yes,
Wow.
extreme sensitivity. They have abiding feelings of insecurity. They lack trust. They don't trust anybody around them. And then they want to take revenge all the time. We see lots of adults when something is happening. You know, things that is not supposed to make them feel somehow. You see them. I don't want to go to government system now. I don't think is the right place to talk about it. You see the people, adults, fighting in public, doing things because it was not dealt with. when they were younger.
So they lose self-control.
Yes. You know, they're always very careful when people are coming around them.
Suspicious.
Yes.
Protective.
Yes.
Defensive.
Yes, they're very defensive. You know, so we have to help these people. We have to help the bullies. We have to help the victim. The victims, they're the most important in this one. Even the bullies themselves are very important, because like the other man said when he called, he said his son is now successful, but the other boy that
is
is
roaming
about
about
somewhere,
Yeah.
he didn't get help.
Yeah.
He didn't get help from anywhere.
So it was a total loss.
Yes. Now is a loss to the society also, not only to his parents, because you never can tell what it was supposed to be.
And what is even going to be another nuisance to the society.
To the society.
Wow. Okay. Let me take more messages. Some people are protesting. Uncle Irabor, how do I know my son is being bullied? He is small-statured and he never complains. But I always feel for him and love him a lot. Help me. I want him to have a fulfilled life. This is from Joy. What do you have to say to that?
How old is the son in the first?
Well, Joy, I wish you would send a message. How old is the son?
How
But
old
let's look at it. Supposing the son said he would like him to grow up to be somebody. Okay, so be a good boy.
Yeah.
Assuming he's about 10, 12, early teens. What do you think?
You have to talk to your children. You have to have a relationship with your children.
Yeah.
Let your children feel comfortable talking to you. Let them love to speak to you. You know, because when they start talking to you very early in life, they will continue it. Though adolescent, which is another thing,
yes,
there is a stage they don't want to talk to you again.
Yeah, because suddenly there's is that the bridge between adulthood
and the childhood.
Yes, childhood.
You know, so it comes to a point they don't want to talk to you again. They feel they are not a child anymore. At the same time, they are not an adult. But for your child, you have every responsibility to draw him very close to you. Know what is going on in his life. Know what he wants to do. You know, just try as much as possible. Empower your child.
Can I ask you, this is your profession.
Yes.
If people need your help, how can they reach you? Because this society needs this.
Yes.
Well, I always say Inspiration Radio, we are family, so we just pick family issues and discuss it to the best of our ability. So I'm thanking you for offering your time and your knowledge, but how can people reach you?
Well, we have a website that they can visit. It's called www.cabaf.com.
Cabaf as in K-A-B-A-F.
C-A-B-A-F.
Uh-huh.
Campaign Against Bullying in Africa.
Okay.
You know?
C-A-B-A-F.
C-A-B-A-F. And they can send an email to childcare@cabaf.com.
Childcare@cabaf.com.
Or tweet at us at Cabaf Online.
Okay. I want to do the last minute game that I always play. Are you willing to talk for just 30 seconds, after which I'll cut you off? Hello? Hello? Good afternoon. Can you just speak for only 30 seconds because I'm rounding off?
Yes, I think I have the three.
Yeah.
My brothers, I had, when I was small, a guy to always fight me at home, and they would lock us inside the sitting room. When my dad is out for work.
Wow.
But one day, there was no way out. This guy was bigger than me, and the only way out of it was to grab his ball. Automatically, he went down on his knee. The money they paid him, I removed it from his pocket, and my brothers opened the door. That brought an end to the whole thing. You understand?
Yes.
So I think parents should train their children to love each other the most, so that when they go out, they can also love their neighbors.
Thank you. Hello. 30 seconds.
Hello?
Yes, 30 seconds. How are you?
Thank you. I just want to add to that thing. You see, the victims, they get confused. They don't even know they are wrong. And when they are right. I think also that's one of the problems, because it happened to me. And it took me a long time, honestly.
How long?
That's one of them.
How long?
It took me a long time. I can't be able to say. I'm just coming out from it.
Wow.
Honestly.
May I know, how old are you now?
I'm 36.
36. When did it start? How old do you remember you were?
Right from our own home. My father doesn't... he don't used to... I don't know how to put it. But I'm just trying to forget all those things, and go out with my life.
God bless you. God bless you, my brother. Now, what's your last word on this? We had just maybe about 2 seconds, 2 minutes left. What?
People should be confident. The children, the little children, they should not keep it when they're bullied. They should speak to an adult.
Okay.
They should speak to their parents. They should speak to their teachers. And schools, too, they should make an effort to learn, to know what bullying is. They should learn, they should try as much as possible to have a policy on bullying. Because if every school can have a policy on bullying, then they will be able to tackle it. You know, so, and train their staff so that they don't push bullying cases to the side. And the child that is the victim will keep suffering. So the schools should learn, the children, the adults, everybody in the society, they should try as much as possible to empower these little children. I started with bullying in schools because of the children. I believe that once we help their self-esteem, once we build their self-esteem and their confidence, then they will grow up to become better adults.
Okay, so, and let me tell you, if you really are feeling endangered or threatened by anybody in any form of bullying, call for help. Just call for help, okay? Even on Inspiration Radio, we sometimes do have that kind of helpline, 01277 0923 and 3923. Give us a call. And when you do call, we will try to help. And this is Frank Edwards concluding this program for us as I say thank you, Mrs. Franca Nkwoji. Did I get the last name?
Yes, you did.
Nkwoji.
Nkwoji.
Okay. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you.
And God bless you. And as you try to help other people, may God enable you.
Amen.
And may God always bless your efforts and bless the work of your hands.
Amen.
And for you out there, those who are battling this case, may God help you succeed in the battle because we're in it together. And that's why we are family. And God bless you. Frank Edwards saying, Mama.
Yeah, everybody sing. Mama, 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 yeah. Oh, great and mighty God. Oh, wave your hands to Jesus. Lord, you reign. Forever you're the same. I got my children, mama. Yeah. You lifted me and gave me a song. I got my children, mama. Mama, yeah. Oh, Korobia, mama. Mama, yeah. Joy, Mono. Yeah. Mama, yeah. I got my children, mama.